throw the game entirely.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're one of those. Um,
Might not be my fault, but I definitely make it my fault at the end. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Um, all right. So usually the best thing to do is start with the early game because all of your mistakes are, or if you screw up the early game and your build, then mid and late game are going to be influenced um, from that. So it's best to start with the early game and your build. So was there a game that you played recently? I usually prefer losses because you usually get
Go ahead and talk
punished
about
more.
that sniper game.
Uh, Did
That
you?
sniper game is the perfect early game shit show.
Hey, that's good.
I did
Um, yeah, I like the OD
completely
went
destroyed
14 and 0.
Team suggested that I had started with fairy fires because I could not get any last hits and he was getting every deny and he was like level 9 and I was like level 6 at one point.
Feels bad.
Yeah,
Um,
better than us. They were like legend 3 or something. So they were like, oh, you should have just not bought a circlet or a wraith band. And you should have bought fairy fires, which I guess might have been the play. I don't know.
I wouldn't really want to buy more than like one of them. Um, yeah, I think circlet or wraith band's fine. The thing is, you had to buy your own tangos, which is you should have had your supports pull you tangos, and then you get a branch and a fairy fire with that gold. So you would have started with 3 more damage, which 3 damage is a good bit.
I didn't even think about that or ask about it, so that's probably would have been
Well,
better.
that's pretty standard. The higher you go up,
Last picked OD. I picked Sniper because it was a good pick for like every other hero they had, but then he last picked OD. So I was like, okay, I got countered, like, that's fine, but
yeah.
then they were saying OD doesn't counter Sniper, so I don't know.
It's kind of, it's not too big of a deal. Um, but the thing that I want to point out here is when you see the creeps like this, you kind of just want to stop blocking. Because it's definitely going to land in your favor no matter what from here, but you keep blocking here, and then the creep wave is going to end up under your tower, and that's really fucking
Yeah.
hard to last hit against, especially as a sniper. And you got the last hit fine, but now you have more creeps than he does, so the creep wave is going to be right here in not too long.
Usually try to not do that.
Also, you should be using your quick buy. If you use Control Shift, you can fill up to 8 items with that. Um,
Yeah, I don't know. I just never used Quick Buy. I don't know. I probably should.
yeah,
There's a
it's
lot of stuff I do
amazing.
that's like super stupid.
Well, that's the quick buy is like one of the easiest ways to improve your game. It's just kind of like for the first minute and a half, you were literally just sitting right here doing nothing.
It's
So
usually what I do.
yeah, you have a minute and a half to set up your quick buy, and the 3 main reasons that quick buy is amazing is um, the first is if you die, you can buy out your components, and like right now, if you died and you didn't spend any of your gold, you lose 70 gold. But let's say you get, you kind of are at a weird amount right now, but if you spend all your gold, you don't lose any of it. Um, so if you were, let's say you had 170 more gold right now, you could buy your boots and then not lose 70 gold if you bought out. And then the second reason, which is really important for mid, is let's say he goes on you right now and you don't have anything in your quick buy. For you to buy a salve, you have you experienced where you want a salve but you're last hitting so you can't buy one right now and you have to wait like 10 or 15 seconds to stop having the last hit? With that, you kind of like if you had like your Aquila and your boots and then you had like a salve at the end of it, you could easily just buy a salve and fly it out, because all you have to do is click right here and then put it on the courier and fly it out instead of opening this, finding the salve, buying it, and then flying it out. And usually that'll take you 10 or 15 seconds because the amount of time to do this is enough to miss a last hit or deny, so you kind of wait on it. And then I'm sure you've had something where you fly out a salve a few seconds late and you die because of it. Or you fly it out late, and then you have to play passive for 10 seconds, which means you miss a last hit or two. So it's just like right there, those two reasons are pretty big, but the last reason, which is not as big for mid, but more so for the other things, or the other lanes, is it makes you think about what the lane's going to look like and what you can do about it. So with this Odie, you might be like, alright, well, he's gonna, the way that he wins the lane, outside of him being like a lot better than you, and like last hitting better than you, is he's gonna try to run up and imprison you. And if you get your boots first, he can't do that. So, that would be like a little thing you would want to do here. But for like off lanes and shit, it's kind of like, the best example that the best example I can think of is if you're offlaning and you're against like a Kunkka Shadow Shaman Juggernaut, you would want to go boots first in that lane, because if they catch you, you're dead with or without a stout shield or a wand or whatever. So your boots are the only thing that you can really do against that lane. So quick buy is just kind of like, if you're doing it, you're just gonna win more games, and you have a minute and a half at the start of the game to set it up. So there's like, when you know about it, you have no excuse really. And then I don't like that you want to get your shrapnel. Like this was like fine-ish getting this first, but you want to be maxing this, because the second point in it does more than twice as much as the first, and you can use this to zone out the OD. Like if you throw one right here and it's level 2, he's kind of like stuck back here, and you can get last hits like, really easy.
I just follow whatever build is the highest, honestly.
Feels bad. Yeah, Shrapnel's just like a really good spell. And these scale with your attacks, which don't matter in the early game, or they're like kind of shit in the early game. Yeah, I don't know how else to put it. It's just, this is a really good zoning tool and a really good harassing tool. And like, your Shrapnel falls off really hard, whereas like this only gets better the later the game goes.
Yeah, I have trouble like using my brain and like thinking of that stuff on my own, so I just use whatever build is the highest. And
gotcha. Brain is hard.
Always turn out.
So why are you getting another Wraith Band too?
I don't know. It once on accident, and then a friend of mine was like, no, that's fine, you can just keep doing that because it'll build into Dragonlance later, or Hurricane Pike. And then he was like, people do that actually, so it's cool.
The thing is, you can break your Aquila to use the Wraith Band to go into Hurricane Pike anyways, and if you went Aquila here, it's more damage for the same amount of gold, basically. Like, this is one more last hit, and getting the Aquila will give you 12 damage instead of 7 for 35 more gold. So you should have went for this, and it gives you a little bit of armor, a little bit of mana regen, and it allows you to spam this out. And then you're going to have to get an Aquila anyway, so it's kind of like, you could have went, you're going to have to get the Aquila next, probably, or you're going to get your boots and you won't have your Aquila. So, the Wraith Band's like, it's not, how do I put it? It's not in your progression, so it's kind of like a detour from your items, which just means you're going to delay your other shit. Like right now you'd have like 5 more damage. Last sitting just feels bad.
It's probably the worst game I've played in a long time.
Well, Sniper's pretty hard because he has low base damage. And then, there's not too much you could do about that. You need to turn off your Aquila.
Yeah, I don't. I'd like never do that.
It's one of those things that'll help.
I don't even know what it does.
It gives the creeps armor, which means that they push. So if you have it on, the creep wave's more often going to be over here. And if you don't have it on, it's more often going to be in the middle. And you don't want it here because then the Earth Spirit can fissure you, and this guy can run up to you and ult you and you die. The active literally just gives your creeps the aura. Where if you have it off, your heroes still get it, you still get it, and all of this, everything's the same. It's just the creeps also get the armor. And the mana regen, but that doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, I might do that one day. Like when I first started playing, I would buy power treads and like never use it, and then I started using it, and then just a natural progression.
Yeah. I mean, it's good because you have like clear things to work on.
Yeah. Twitch like a god.
Also, I'm not going to say too much about last hitting, but this is a really good tool to do it. And I'd say probably just doing this for each one of the things only lasts like 3 minutes. But doing this once a day will like make you like twice as good at last hitting in like 2 weeks. And I would say the starting return of investment from doing this is better per minute than a coaching session, to be honest. Like if you spent
I do that a lot.
Yeah, if you spent 60 minutes in this over the course of, like if you did it once a day for the total of 60 minutes, so 20 days in a row, you would get more out of that than you're probably going to get from this lesson, because it's just a basic mechanic of Dota, and I can't like teach it, but after like you get the hang of it, it falls off compared to coaching. But yeah, so I definitely recommend, if you're willing to get a coaching lesson, you should think about doing last hitting once a day. And I used to do it twice a day, but then I stopped doing it because I didn't like doing it twice a day. So I recommend only doing it once a day, or you're gonna like get bored of it like 3 times quicker and then not do it at all.
It's a lot different versus like a good mid laner though.
Yeah.
Like that OD. I was just really trying hard, and he was just getting like every deny.
What the fuck do you have a quarterstaff for?
I don't know. It's probably a great question.
What'd you build with it?
Remember.
What's your MMR? I don't know what Akron is.
400 solo and 2800 party.
Ah,
Madness.
gotcha.
That make more sense.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, okay. You're getting it for the Mask of Madness.
Yeah.
I would have got it for. I would have went for either. I probably would have went phase boots this game, just because it's really good for.
Forget about boots entirely.
Did you?
Like, I'll just completely forget to upgrade my boots, or even buy them in the first place.
Yeah, I mean that's something you want to like not do. So you get your phase boots, but you get them after the
quick buy might help.
Yeah, you get your phase boots, but you get them at 20 minutes. The strength of phase boots is a lot of the lane presence it gives you. Like phase boots is a lot stronger than treads in the early game, but treads outscale phase boots just because like 24 damage is meh the later the game goes, but 30 attack speed and 10 to whatever stat you want scales upwards, I guess. So it's the phase boots will allow you to get last hits a lot easier, and if you spent 840 gold to upgrade to phase boots, you would have had 24 damage instead of getting the 875 to get 10 damage. Because the attack speed doesn't matter too much. So I think your build should have been Aquila phase boots, and then, like, if you want to get your Mask of Madness after that. Because that'll just give you...
That's another thing that someone yelled at me for that game.
What? Getting your phase boots at 20 minutes? Feels bad. There's not too much to say about that. I would have assumed the Juggernaut didn't have his ult there. If I were you. So I would have probably TP'd there and died also. And then here, you should have bought a TP and just... is it on cooldown? I think that the replay's bugged. It's probably on cooldown. But you should have bought... I guess you're going... I was gonna say you should buy a blade for your phase boots, but you don't get those till 20 minutes because you're going Mask of Madness first. And the reason that you don't want to go Mask of Madness first is, like, it doesn't really do anything for you because you're not losing a sustain battle. You're just kind of like getting gone on and dying, and you're losing last hit trades. So phase boots helps you a lot more with not dying when people run at you. And helps you a lot more with last hitting. At this point, you guys are just kind of like lost, I think.
Each other at this point.
What was
Mostly
that?
me. Like everyone. Our Wyvern was really upset.
And here, you're running too close to this guy. The Viper. You're like running up at him, letting him attack you. Whereas if you stay back, he can't do anything about you. And then you just... hopefully you die, because that'd be funny.
I definitely died.
Oh, nice. Good. But yeah, if you stayed at like max range, or... Your max range is a lot longer than yours right now is... Where is that? Yours is 850. This guy's is... He has a Dragon Lance. His is around 700. So you have 150 extra range on this guy that you want to be abusing. Because you don't win a 1v1, but you do if he can't fucking attack you. But yeah, so this is like an example of your early game and your build decides your mid and your late game. So I think we should go to another replay.
Sounds like a good idea.
Do you have another one we can watch?
We're reliving this over again.
Yeah.
Another one where I just get destroyed, or...
I mean, it's up to you. I don't know how much you can take of just watching you get shit on.
Well, I usually never lose Zeus, and we did recently, so maybe that's a good one.
Yeah.
This game. There was that one game I sent you earlier about the Shadow Fiend that was really good. But that was a long time ago, so I don't know if I can find it now.
We can look for it after this. I'm sure this one's gonna be quick too. Problem for me is trying to like stay serious as a coach when I'm watching these fucking type of games.
Yeah, I think actually this game we had like an AFK puck about, but I mean I like Zeus a lot. So if there's anything you can tell me about Zeus that beneficial. I had like a 17 win streak on him before we lost.
I haven't played him in a while, so I don't know too much of the specific. Nice block.
Yeah.
I don't know too much of the specifics about his build and shit right now. I think his Ags is amazing though, especially against a Tinker.
Yep. Greatest Ags in the game.
Yeah, and I think you get the mini stun at 20, and it's just fucking OP. Kaya is amazing, and Aether Lens is also pretty good on him. But you also want you're also not using your quick buy.
I literally have not used it once, so
okay.
I'll start doing that, I guess.
Yeah, that's a pretty good thing to do. Cause like you're flying out your bottle here. Oh no, you're not. So you're just not gonna have any mana soon, and then you can't last it anymore, cause we saw you last sitting.
He canceled my clarities like he should have, which is good on him. But usually it's okay without going bottle with clarities, and then I get mana boots.
And then when you realized that he popped your clarities, did you not change your build?
You know, kind of just kept chugging along.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just trying to like make you think about it, and I'm sure you can take it.
Yeah. Kind of say like, ah, shit, he got my clarities. Well played.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's like, all right, well, he did that, and now I'm just gonna roll over, and he won.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty painful.
But bottle, I don't know. Bottle just kind of doesn't make me feel too good sometimes. Especially if you never get runes, then it's just like, why do I have this 600 gold item for nothing?
You could have went Soul Ring instead. You have to get something that's mana regen, because mana boots isn't enough. That's like, you get two spells every 55 seconds.
Mana boots though, so I can later change it into Aether Lens.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, Aether Lens will help you a lot with your mana, but it's not soon enough. Like if you went Soul Ring, you would have all the mana that you need, and then you have a bunch of health regen too, so you can actually use active, especially with your wand. So if you go your Soul Ring and then you go your Aether Lens, you're probably going to get your Aether Lens quicker, and you're going to have a Soul Ring. And then having a Soul Ring and an Aether Lens means you get your next item even quicker. So you usually want to... It's like getting your phase boots earlier on the sniper. You getting your phase boots means you're going to get more last hits, which means you're going to get your Mask of Madness sooner, and then your next item's going to come even sooner than that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So just normal boots, Soul Ring.
Yeah. And with Soul Ring, you can even just like rush that if because
I try to ban Tinker every game, so whenever he's not banned, I just kind of
lose.
I don't know. This happens.
Yeah. But the thing with Soul Ring now is with Zeus, they recently changed the towers where the old tower was right here, and then this tower was right here, so they moved it up a little bit. And what that does is these lines moved up, like they were right here and right here. So it's kind of like with your bolt, you can last hit anywhere basically. If you're standing at your tower range, you can last hit like over there. So with Soul Ring, you're not very scared of losing health and going for last hits, because now the towers are closer, so you're like under your tower the entire game. So you can go for a Soul Ring. And then if you're getting like harassed more, you can go for like a bottle too with your Soul Ring, and it means you have like literally infinite mana if you're getting any runes at all. But yeah, you have this Aether Lens now, and you like still have mana problems. The Soul Ring gives you like, how much fucking mana is that? Let's get the calculator out because I want to actually know. pulling out this shit. So what is that? How the fuck do you do that actually? I think it's like something like that. Yeah. Something close to that, you get that much mana a minute. Whereas your Aether
I'll
Lens...
play it by.
What?
I understand. I thought it was just a flat amount. What did you...
It's per minute, I mean.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Because the Soul Ring, you can use it like 2.4 times a minute. So then you can get out, divided by 70. You can throw out 5 more of these a minute just by having Soul Ring. And then your passive regen on top of that means you can throw out like probably 7 or 8 Arc Lightnings a minute without losing any mana at all.
Definitely start doing that.
Yeah, and then if you have a bottle on top of that, your health is not an issue at all. Also, if you press Alt, or no, actually you can't, lol. Never mind. I was gonna say if you press Alt, you can see their health, but that only shows you your health. Because I was thinking, Treant Protector, you can do that to heal your own allies, but you can't see the enemies because that'd be fucking broken.
Map awareness and kill stealing at every given potential.
Yeah. At the cost of your own creeps, because logic.
Yeah.
Good, you got a Kaya. Shit's broken, it's like a mini Bloodstone.
Next, I'll just start working on Ags. The earlier the better.
I think it would have been fine if you got like a Blink or a Force Staff and then Ags. Because now if they run at you, you're just dead. Like this. Kappa. No Kappa. I like how you're just watching the Omni Knight.
My best. Well, I don't know. I like puck a lot. I play pretty good puck for my MMR.
So you
Yeah,
play
he's
a
just not that
terrible
good right now.
puck.
By your standards, my puck is shit.
Yeah.
But all my friends are like, "Wow, you're really good at puck," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Puck is probably my best hero, honestly. Zeus is just too easy.
Is he? Is that why you're winning your lane? Raffle
But
and
you're not versus Tinker.
Well, Zeus is like the best hero against Tinker because his blinding light doesn't stop you from farming. You just got your clarity tactic countered and you're like, well, fuck this hero. Yeah. I think at this point, it's just, like, you should have had a different build. Like, if you got your Soul Ring, you'd be doing a lot better in this game. And then, I think one mobility item would have been very helpful for you. I'd say probably a Force Staff would have been the best bet. Because the Night Stalker and the Axe can just, like, easily fucking kill you. Until, like, 30 minutes, because you're going Ags next. So yeah, do you have another replay?
Not too much.
Also,
I played Shadow Fiend recently, and I did good in the laning phase, but then I just made really stupid plays.
Well, that'll be fun to watch. Let's do that.
It was. I think it's my most recent Shadow Fiend game. I was playing against a PA that was like
Did you guys
either
win?
tilted or just really stupid. Yeah, we won.
Okay. So you got carried?
Happening. I tried my hardest to not win, but we won with my fucking ults. So many good ults this game.
I bet.
This will be a fun one. Lights. Fiend though. I don't play him very often.
Oh yeah, when you do your last hitting, you want to do it on Shadow Fiend, because he has the lowest damage. If you can last hit with him, you can last hit with anyone. And you want to go for, I have a sticky note where I just write down my last hitting, so I can keep track, and it's kind of like a little motivating. You want to write down how many last hits you got and how many denies you got, instead of what score you got. Because your score, like, part of it is like how many you get in a row, which doesn't fucking matter. Like, I think if you get like one and then miss one and then get one and then miss one for the whole thing, and compared to like getting half of them all in a row and then missing half of them all in a row, you'll get like two completely different scores.
Like random hero whenever I do that in between games.
Do you know how to use creep aggro? Hello? Do you know how to use creep aggro? I don't know if your mic's working or not.
It's probably just, I don't know. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah. I think there's like an activation thing where if you just say like yeah and nothing else, I don't hear that. I think that's something with Discord.
It is weird. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think it's just
Yeah.
Discord. But do you know how to use creep aggro?
I mean, I kind of do, but I don't use it properly.
Okay, so what I want you to do here is right click this guy when you're going for, let's look at this one actually. If you right click this guy, right now the creep is going to run at you. And then you can last hit this when it's running at you, so it's harder for him to get the hit on it. And it's closer to you, so you have less projectile time. And you just have to right click him, you don't have to actually finish the attack. And that'll pull both of these guys at you. How'd you know that you can fucking eat a branch, but you don't know you can use quick buy?
Yeah. I know it's a thing. I know Quick Buy exists, but I just benefits. I didn't understand the benefits. I guess I would just
Yeah.
go to my normal store.
I got you.
Like I saw it as like oh, that's convenient, you know, like
Yeah.
you can have the items right there, but a better thing to do.
Okay, you didn't actually lose anything there. Wait, what the where did you oh, you put something on the courier. Never mind.
Hmm.
I like how you got the whole last hitting's hard, so I'm just gonna nuke him down even though I don't have to.
Enemy's not there. I like to try to push the lane as soon as possible so that the tower hits it. But then she came back, so it was kind of pointless.
Well, it's kind of like where else is she gonna be in the early game? She can't jungle. Lol.
That was really stupid. I don't know why she did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this made me feel real bad.
Yeah.
I'd have gone around that direction. I didn't think that that would have happened.
I would have just popped it right
I was
now
like,
if you use the
yeah,
regen.
I don't know. I don't know why I wanted to save it.
My logic behind like using it right there is you won the lane, so it's kind of like as long as you keep doing what you're doing, the lane's already won. You don't have to do extra shit. And here, you're not jungling enough. You can jungle really easily now. So you should be nuking down the wave and then leaving.
I think because I was a good pick. I don't really know how he works at all, honestly.
You kind of just like get strong and then you nuke down the wave and then you go to the jungle and you nuke down those. And it's kind of like it's a mix of having enough levels in your raises and having a way to have mana. So with your bottle and full mana, you can jungle really easily.
First ult.
What? What was that?
Guys, get ready for the first ult. It should be coming up here pretty soon.
All right, I'm ready.
That's or not.
I like how you like kind of went for treads, but you also didn't at all.
Yeah, I don't know why that happened. It confused me when it happened as well. I don't know why. I think I was just so excited to get that Yules.
I got you. Hey, you got him.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine if you had your treads there instead of your fucking staff of wizardry.
I'm playing a new hero, so I'm like focusing on so much, and it's just no.
You would have had 200 more health right now if you got your treads earlier.
On that one, you should have been there sooner.
Yeah. Well,
maybe if we had that courier speed boost like we used to.
Yeah, fucking Valve is keeping you down.
Yeah. I don't need a shield. Hunter.
Yeah, Bounty Hunter one-shots it anyways. Why'd you use that instantly?
I was just trying to catch someone out, honestly.
I would have saved it for your ult. Cause
Yeah.
I think you can hold the runes for 2 minutes since you pick them up, or it's either 2 minutes or 2 minutes from. That's you just ult.
Yeah. Just move on. We don't have to talk about that.
Yep, keep it at 4 times speed.
Yeah.
But yeah, now you have like all the fucking mana regen in the world, and you're like not jungling. I'm not even gonna comment on your tread switching. Like
play Shadow Fiend. Do you go with the magic build or do you go?
I don't play Shadow Fiend. I haven't played him since the magic build like came out. Like I understand the hero, I just don't know the magic build part of it yet. I like know what it does. I just don't know. I'm pretty sure you
myself on accident.
Yeah, you use the bad. Enemies. So with this, how you win the game here
Look at the
is
cursor.
what?
This is
Oh,
my fault.
1 sec. We'll see. I mean, you did Yules yourself, so it's 100% your fault. But
I don't know.
fucking Gaben again. Yeah, you got your hero in the way. And
Yeah.
then you win this by being on strength treads, and then you would have an extra like 100 health at this point. Or if you used your strength treads at the start, you would have had 200 more health. And then bottling right here. Like, why aren't you bottling? And then you
Just,
might have
I was
lived
so
through.
scared.
Yeah, you
At
probably
that
would have
point, I was
died
just
anyways.
yelling and screaming.
Ah, I gotcha. It's a good excuse. I think that holds up. I like both of those ults there.
Yeah.
The Omni Slash just goes to the creeps, and you just like don't ult anything. So yeah, from this replay, a lot of it is trying to practice your tread switching, but that's like
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why I'm not tread switching. I usually tread switch. I don't.
yeah, like right.
It's
It's
like
probably because you're on a new hero, but um, and a little thing with Yules is if you plan on like going aggressive with your Yules, you can use that time to put yourself in the direction that the enemy has to run.
I was just there. I was just focusing on getting ready to hit him with another raise.
Well, like if you did that from over here, you probably would have killed
Yeah.
him.
I thought I could maybe just get him with those two. It was kind of close.
Yeah, your tread switching like hurts.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it this game.
Um, so this is just you being overzealous.
Yeah.
And you
So I was
can't.
like, oh hell yeah, let's go in.
Yeah. And your fucking axe was in your backpack.
Yeah. Very good night of Dota. Fun.
Yeah. You can't ult Jug.
Yeah. I learned that this game.
You learned it twice in the past 3 minutes. So I think we could call the lesson here, and you'd still have 15 minutes to do another one. Because I think we talked about a good amount of stuff, and it's like early game stuff, so it's going to.
Yeah.
We
I
can't
just
really
gotta
talk
pick it up.
about. Yeah, like you understand a lot of the things that you're doing wrong. It's just kind of like actually fixing it and doing something about it. So do you have any final questions or anything?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Learning how to buy items properly is work cut out for me there.
Yeah, and then tread switching, practicing last hitting and all of that. Like
Mm.
you're in a good spot that you seem like you're smart and you know the things that are wrong. It's just getting to the whole actually doing it thing. Um, like it's I
Along.
think
So like
go ahead.
there are things that like I know I should be doing, but I've put them like I don't think about them because I try to focus on like because all my friends have been playing longer than me, so I try to like be as good as them. So I just say like, okay, well, fuck Jing, like I'm gonna try to win the game some other way.
Yeah, it's kind of
So like
like
I think mechanically I'm okay.
yeah,
Things that are
it's
what's now bringing me down.
yeah, the your mechanics seem like fine-ish, I guess. Um
Yeah.
but it's those the things that we talked about. If you practice your last inning, you practice tread switching, you fix your builds up, and you think about builds as like the Soul Ring leading into the Aether Lens and all that shit. Where you buy items that help you buy other items. If you get all of that sorted out, you're just gonna win like 10% more of your games until you run into opponents that are like those are the standard things that you have to do to be like competitive with Dota. Um, and those mistakes are going to make you make mistakes later in the game because you aren't doing them. So it's there are things that you like have to do if you want to get better.
Me and my friends have climbed like 1,000 MMR and so fast, and now it's getting to the point where we have to be good at the game now.
Yeah, and
So
you're holding
it's
you guys back. Is that why he bought you the lesson?
maybe
Lol.
I don't know. Potential, and he wants me to be really good, you know.
Yeah.
And I think he's probably just too embarrassed with his game.
I gotcha.
I can tell him that though. Tell him
Yeah.
on that one.
You
Don't
can
worry about that.
you can send him the lesson and be like, "Hey, dude, I know what's up." But yeah, so I'm gonna cut it here, and then I'm gonna try and
Okay.
upload.